So, thank you for joining me for our Areas of Triangles video. Hopefully you're here because you feel really comfortable with the area of rectangles. If you're still feeling a bit wobbly about that, go look at the Areas of Rectangles video, maybe again, and come back and see me in a minute, okay? So, we learnt that the area of rectangles is the width times the height. This one has a width of 8 and a height of 7, so the area of the rectangle is going to be 56. But you can see that I have drawn a triangle into this rectangle, and that triangle represents half of the rectangle. So half of the area is going to be our triangle. So it's going to be 56 divided by 2 equals, now what does that equal? Equals 28. So the area of half of this rectangle will be 28. So that's the area of our triangle, because we can see that half of the area is the triangle, so that needs to be 28. They would be the same, so the whole thing has an area of 56, so half of it will have an area of 28. Now that's pretty easy to get your head round with triangles that have this right angle in the corner, that have that 90-degree angle in the corner. But in order to show that this works with other triangles, we need to look a bit more closely. So, we're saying height times length divided by 2 equals area for the triangle. Got another triangle here. The height, so the distance up, is 7, and the distance across is 8. So the area of this rectangle is going to be 56. Now I'm saying that this triangle is exactly half the area of that rectangle. And now we don't have any right angles involved, that's a little bit harder to see. So let's have a look. If I separate it out like this, with the aid of a little bit of blue tack and a little bit of wishful thinking, should be able to show you that it fits together to make exactly the same amount. So I'm taking this bit there, and the other bit will go in here, and you can see that this triangle is exactly half of that rectangle. So we've still got that same idea of base times height divided by 2, because the triangle is half the size of the rectangle that was built around it, which gives us the area of the triangle, of 28 centimetres again. The areas of the triangle are going to be very similar because I did these all with A4 paper. So, hopefully you're starting to understand why the area of a triangle is always half the area of a rectangle. So we've got height times length, that's the area of a rectangle, divided by 2 equals the area of the triangle. For this one, the height is 10, the length is 5, so the area of our rectangle, the whole blue shape there, the area of that rectangle, is 50. And we can see that the triangle is half of that area. I love this bit, it's like magic. I would absolutely recommend you to get out some paper and some scissors and have a go at this yourself and really experiment with triangles being half the area of rectangles. There we go. So it's exactly the same shape, I've used half of it. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. So the area of this triangle is going to be 25 centimetres squared or metres squared, or in this instance just 25 squares because I'm working on the squared board. Now, something that's really, really important, now that we've looked at that a couple of times and got our head around it, is we're talking about the height times the length. This is the length, the bit along the bottom, the bit that the triangle is sat on. The height, you've got to imagine that side of the rectangle. The height is that bit. It's how tall it is. It isn't how long this side is. If you were to take out a ruler and measure this side, you would get a different number. And you don't need to worry about that number because it doesn't help us figure out the area of a triangle. We need the length and the height. And the height would be the side of that rectangle. Remember when it's in the rectangle, you need the length of the side of the rectangle, not this measurement or this measurement. If you stop and think about it, that makes sense because this measurement and that measurement are different, aren't they? And if I did the length times this height measurement and the length times that measurement, I'd get different numbers, which would be ridiculous because the area would clearly be the same. We need the length times the height. Keep on imagining the side of that rectangle. Hopefully this helps you get your head around the area of triangles. Definitely, if you have time, get some pieces of paper and some scissors, draw triangles and rectangles and cut them out and prove to yourself that the area of a triangle is half of the area of a rectangle. Have fun. See you soon. Bye bye.